Hi everybody, today is Sunday, September 10th, 2023. I'm going to record it back to back right here. And I'm Mike Zornick, and we're back here at Exercism and the JavaScript learning track. Today we're going to be learning about arrays, and we're going to be working on the Elyses Enchantments exercise. So let's jump right into arrays. In JavaScript, an array is a list-like structure with no fixed length, which can hold any type of primitive or object, even mixed types. To create an array, add elements between square brackets. To read from an array, put the index in square brackets. After the identifier, the indexes of an array start at 0. So here we have a numbers array with the numerical 1, the string 2, the number 3, the string 4. And we are accessing the item at the index of 2, which returns 3. So to retrieve the number of elements that are in an array, use the length property. To change an element in the array, you can assign a value at the index. So for example, given that previous list, if you assigned the string 1 to index number 0, it will replace the element that was previously at that index. Kind of curious what happens when you put it on the edge. Yeah, let's try that out. So MDN is going to have a bunch of REPLs here. So let's just try this out. So if I say animals 10 equals birds, and I run it, well, I'm probably not going to see anything. Console.log animals. Undefined. Okay. Alright. Good to know. What if I ask for console.log animals? If I ask for it at like 8 before it's there, it'll just be undefined, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we've got other methods here. To length methods. Okay, some of the methods that are available on every array object can be used to add or remove from the array. You've got push, which adds one or more elements to the end of an array and returns the new length of the array. Okay. We've got pop, removes the last element from an array. Okay, wait, so push puts it at the end. Pop will take it from the end. Removes the last element. Okay. I don't know why I feel like push would be on the front, but okay. Removes the last element from an array and returns the element. Method changes the length of the array. Shift removes the first element from an array and returns that removed element. This method changes the length of the array. Shift. That takes the first element out, and then the remainder of the array stands. Unshift. These are weird terms. Unshift adds one or more element to the beginning of an array and returns the new length of the array. Okay. Splice changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing existing elements and or adding new elements to place. This method returns an array containing the deleted elements. So we start off with 1, 2, 3, 4. We splice 2, 1, 1 on there, and it returns 3. Changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing existing elements. So 2, 1, 1. Wait, what is going on here? 2, 1, and string 1. The splice method changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing existing elements and or adding new elements in place. This method returns an array containing the deleted elements. So what is this accepting? Is this accepting indexes or like items? So it finishes with 1, 2, then 3 is gone. It's replaced with the string 1 and 4. So it looks like this is like the index, and then the amount of space, and then that. We're gonna have to look up that doc because that looks weird. Splice array instance changes the contents of an array by removing an existing element in place to create an array with a segment removed or replaced without mutating the original array. Do 2 spliced to access part of the array. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to see the start, delete, count, item 1. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Like, I'm looking for the descriptions of the arguments. This is one of the things that, like, you don't have named arguments, so you're like lost. Is like, what is going on here? Okay, so the first argument is start, 0-base index at which to start changing the array. Delete count, an integer indicating the number of elements in the array to be removed from start. If delete count is omitted, or if its value is greater than or equal to the number of elements after the position specified by start, then all the elements from start to the end of the array will be deleted. However, if you wish to pass item n parameter, you should pass infinity as the delete count. Oh boy. Okay. The elements to be added to the array from the beginning of start. Wow, that is such a weird little function. I don't know. Not really a fan of that, but okay. So that's arrays, and now we are into our exercise for the day. So I'm gonna download the exercise, and I'm going to cd into it. And then I'm going to do npm install, and while that's installing, I'm going to read the instructions here. So in JavaScript, an array is a... Oh, we already read all this stuff. Instructions. As a magician to be, Elyses... How do you pronounce that? Man, this is like a real rat hole, Google. How do you say this name? Pronounce. Gonna give me an owl thing here? Yeah. Elyses. Okay, Elyses. As a magician to be, Elyses needs to practice some basics. She has a stack of cards that she wants to manipulate. To make things a bit easier, she only uses the cards 1 to 10, so her stack of cards can be represented by an array of numbers. Okay. The position of a certain card corresponds to the index in the array. That means position 0 refers to the first card, position 1 refers to the second card. Okay. That makes sense. If I were building this, like, example, I don't know. I'd be careful about using, like, talking about cards 1 to 210, because, like, you're gonna mix up the person learning from, like, the index with the card number. I don't know. All functions should update the array of cards and then return the modified array. A common way of working known as the builder pattern, which allows you to nicely daisy chain functions together. Okay. All functions should return the array of cards. All functions should update the array of cards and then return the modified array. A common way of working known as the builder pattern, which allows you to nicely daisy chain functions together. You see, if you're going to mention this, like, give me an example. Show me what this looks like. Show me syntax, you know? Retrieve a card from a stack. To pick a card, return the card. Okay, well, we're getting into the instructions now. So let's just open up our editor. And we got that. And we'll open up the README over here. And then below that, we'll open up the test file. Spec file. All right. Can I, you can jump there. Okay. Alrighty. To pick a card, return the card at index position from the given stack. So given position of 2, and you have get item. which gives you an array of things. Return the thing, a thing. Okay, that makes sense. So that would just be cards at position. Position. Right? Or are you gonna be like, or is this gonna be the thing where, yeah. Oh, once again, you need to say the return, because that's never gonna suit. Okay. All right. Number 2, exchange a card in the stack. Perform some sleight of hand and exchange the card at index position with the replacement card provided. Return the adjusted stack. Okay, so we're gonna have a thing called set item, which accepts cards and a position and then a replacement card. So that would just be the brackets, right? So you'd say position, and then you'd put in the replacement card. I mean, we're not gonna. Can you? No. I mean, return cards. I was gonna say, like, we're not doing anything with the card that's being replaced, which is a little awkward because, like, if you're gonna tell a story about like physical items, like if I'm putting a new card in, like, where'd the other card go? But I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too hard there. So does this work? Sleight of hand. Yeah. Number 3, make a card appear by inserting a new card at the top of the stack. Return the adjusted stack. So, okay, new card is 8. Yeah, like these, using an array of numbers for this just is bad. I don't like that. I feel like I'd rather them talk about like a bucket of fruit or something, and you got like the words like apple and banana rather than these integers, because these integers are just going to confuse people, like learner, like really junior people. All right, so it's just going to push it onto the 1, but return cards, and what was the function? Shift. Yeah. Or no, shift takes it away. Unshift. Yeah, that's what we want. Unshift, I think. New card. Return. Why is that not like that? Is that because unshift? Yeah, it returns the thing. Man, I don't like that. I really wish it. I wish it returned the modified object, but like that's, I don't know. I'm a functional programmer at heart, so like object-oriented stuff is a little weird, and I don't know. I don't know if this worked. What didn't it like? What did it look like? So given a stack with just a single element, which is the number 1, and new card 5, it expected at the 5. Oh, okay. Why did I think it was at the top? At the top of the stack. So, like, when you say top of the stack, I would think of like as the leftmost item, but I guess not. I guess you're looking for push or pop. No, push. Yeah, if you want it at the end, it'd be push. Okay. Not really aligning with the language there, but that's fine. Hide this over there. Number 4, remove a card from the stack. Make a card disappear by removing the card from the given position of the stack. So given a position of 2, that would remove 6, right? Yeah. So this one we would want slice, probably. Cards dot slice. And we're going to start add position. And we're going to remove one element. And we're not going to replace it with anything, because we're just going to remove it. And then we're going to return cards. Remove item. Make cards disappear. I don't think that's working. What an awful like test output. Maybe the tests aren't like written well, like, but one of the things you should think about, like when you're writing tests, is like, okay, so when the test fails, like, what do I see? So, and maybe this is just an issue with Jest. I don't know, but like, okay. So this is the line that failed. Expect received to strict equal expected, and the fact that they're using the word expect in like the macro language and like the language, like the domain language of the framework, really makes it questionable if you should repeat that term. I don't know. Anyway, but you get like minus expected minus 0 received plus 1. Like, what the hell is that? Like, I get this. Like, it got an array and it had a 1 in it when it didn't think it should have a 1 in it. So like, yeah. So like that was the array. This was 0 and it returned these 3. It's expecting a 3 element array, and it still saw the 1 there, which is a little weird. So why didn't my slice work? Splice. I'm not even using the right word here. Splice. Oh geez. What does slice do? See, slice is around. I know that, like from yeah. Returns a shallow copy of a portion of an array into a new array object. Yeah, like I've seen this before. Oh jeez. Okay. Alright. So that works with splice. Let's move on to number 5. Remove the top item, the top card from the stack. That would just be pop, right? Cards dot pop. What am I looking for? Cards. Cards. Then return cards. Why don't you like this? Oh, because they don't need an argument there. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Make cards. Insert a card at the bottom of the stack. Cards. Make a card appear by inserting a new card at the bottom of the stack. So imagine you're given a new card 8, and you've got an array of like 5971. You expect 8571. Okay, so we can do that with no. Unshift? Shift? Was I supposed to be using shift here? Shift will remove it from the thing. Oh, I want unshift. What weird terms. So shift will take that first element away. I think that's what I want. I want shift. Cards dot shift. Return cards. Maybe. What did you not like? Expected this. Got an empty array. Oh. I'm like, I have to put in my element, right? Shift new card? No. No. Shift. The shift method removes. The shift unshift adds. I need to do unshift. Alright, that worked. Unshift. What weird array terms? Like, I'm just not used to these terms from my other language experiences. Number 7, remove a card from the bottom of the stack. That would be shift. So cards dot shift, and you don't need anything. And then we're going to return cards. And that makes everything pass. And then we've got check the size of your stack. Check whether the size of the stack is equal to the stack size or not. So, okay. That will just be a cards.length, and it's a property, so I don't need the parentheses. And that's one of the things that confused me earlier. Return. Cool. And then that makes everything pass. All right, I think that's it. Let me clear all this out and do exercism submit. And this is going to be called Enchantments. And we'll open it up on the internets over here. And looks like it passed. So we will mark it as complete. We will publish our iteration. We have learned arrays. We will continue on to the exercise, and we're going to look at the community solutions. I'm curious if they used any syntax that I am not familiar with. Looks pretty similar. Yep. Nothing too crazy about that. Okay. Cool. So with that done, we have mastered the concept of arrays, and the next one we'll probably look at conditionals. So until then, I want to thank you for watching. If you have any feedback or comments, please do let me know. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.